Aries, to your October 9th through the 14th reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. This card coming out for the beginning of the month over here, going straight into the mid-month, we have the Queen of Swords sitting out over here, which is talking about how perspective you are right now. Right now, you're feeling very intuitive. You're probably feeling very gracious at this moment as well. And there, of course, there's also a lot of confidence going on. This really big boost of confidence. Okay, and we have the Ten of Swords coming out. So it did feel like whatever it was, it's like having the understanding of what was going wrong. Really needing to take those swords out. So whatever you felt was going on before, you are definitely aware of what was, of what really went down. I do feel like there was some kind of confrontation, some kind of hot-headed energy that was coming in through this situation that you now feel like, you know what, it's interfering within my life, but I can take care of this now. And I do feel like whatever that is, whether it's at work, whether it's, in the homestead, partner, however it is, it does feel whatever interference was happening within that, you guys can now feel like you're coming together and working it out. We can actually work this out. Right. And even if you're not really, think about it, even if you're at work and it's somebody you really just don't like, you can still feel like I have to work with them and I'll still be on the same page with them. They're not my special person or nothing at work, but it's definitely talking about a compromise. Definitely feeling like you need to have this compromise, after this confrontation. Definitely some kind of confrontation. If you have not had this confrontation, then this confrontation, I do feel, is on its way in. And it does feel like you will be protecting your energy one way or another as much as possible. Okay. If you know you've already had this and it's already happened, then yes, this is where it's all coming back together. Okay. Because yes, there's definitely been some kind of completion to this situation where it feels like, okay, that's fine, right? And all the worry, but there is still some worry that's going to go on, and I think the worry is, did they change? Will this change the way we feel about each other? Will this change the way we work together? You see what I'm saying? Is this going to be one of those things that's going to take a long time to get past, right? Because there is definitely some worry here that you guys will not work together the way you had before. Whether it's platonic, work, or, love situations, family, however, it does feel like there is definitely some hurt feelings and more of a compromise than anything, right? But you have the understanding and the knowing as you're getting to places, what, I'm just trying to be courageous, I'm trying to be gracious right now, I just need this to go the way it needs to go. I need, maybe you even need a little catch-up time, to catch up on some paperwork or however it is, maybe because you've been putting it off because of this confrontation. Okay. You do not want to live in the past. Maybe somebody's going to come, ask for forgiveness. You guys are going to forgive each other. Like I said, there's a compromise going on over here where at least we can try to get rid of some of the Ten of Swords, right? It does feel like this could be about money, family, at work. Like I said, because right, it's like, well, we have Ten of Swords instead of Ten of Pentacles. But it's almost like we want to work towards the Ten of Pentacles as much as possible, right? And try to forgive and wipe this slate clean. Trying to get to the Fool, trying to make the new beginning. It's just one of those things where it's like, but do we have what it takes right now to be able to put ourselves into the area of full forgiveness? Because right now there's a lot of worry that I don't know if we're ever going to look at each other the same way again, right? After this one was a big one, right? So yeah, there's a lot of burden still weighing over this. Could even be a lot of competition going on about the situation. It's coming to a completion though, that's for sure. Okay. You might even feel like you were putting in more hard work trying to forgive about the situation and trying to heal the situation than they are. You might feel like this person was greedy or indulgent, had something to do with some kind of obsession, However it is with the King of Pentacles upside down, it just feels like they're stubborn and they're not wanting to work as hard with you about trying to fix this situation. But like I said, it does feel like there's a compromise enough just to make it through the day. There is some rapid action that is going to, take place within this situation. Could even be some quick decisions. Someone might even be leaving. If you know that this is a situation that's a love situation, you might take air travel. You might be leaving. You might be packing your bags and leaving. You might come to the conclusion that this is just not going to happen. The conversations that we're having is just not moving in the way that it needs to be. There's not enough diplomacy between the two of us. You might even be thinking about putting in your 2-week notice because this just went, I'm going to compromise for now, but I think we're going to be done. And there is this feeling of that, making bold choices, making new, decisions, things that make you feel like, I have to go nurture myself. I have to make sure that what I'm doing is the accomplishment for myself, because I don't think this is going to work. I think, deep down inside, this is not going to ever really fix itself. Like I said, you're just kind of shifting right now and just kind of doing what you need to do to keep yourself in alignment with the situation, but you know that there's a breakup. You know that this is not going to happen. You know that this, this is probably finalized. I don't think this is going to work. We can only compromise for so long. Having the Tower, this is definitely completion with the Aeon over here. It's saying this is where it's all over, right? This is going to put an end to it. You're going to have a Tower moment coming up, which is going to give you a new sudden change, a new upheaval. So you can only imagine around the 14th or so that, there's going to be a new ending again. Something's going to strike. Something's going to wake you up. Something's going to want you to release this situation, because you're going to say this has too many complicated feelings. We have too many complicated feelings about this situation. Like I said, you can only compromise for so long until it's just going to feel like I'm going to have to walk away from the situation with the 8 of Cups. And so I do feel like you've tried your hardest to the situation, and there's just not enough promising gain to this situation. It's almost to the point where you can only do what you can do for so long, okay? But it's kind of like there's an elephant in the room every time I turn around, and I'm just not feeling comfortable. Like I said, no matter where it is, there's just not enough, right? There's just not enough. So, and I think, you're really perceiving now with the Queen of Swords this week, you're really thinking, you know what, I'm going to try this, see how this works. But like I said, come the end of the next 4 or 5 days, I do see this Tower coming, which pretty much says that's going to be the light at the end of the tunnel to, pretty much say however it's going to go, right? I'm leaving behind, however I'm leaving behind, right? You will know exactly how everything's going to turn around, right, when that time comes. Okay, everybody's a little bit different. Are you leaving behind just the whole idea, or are you actually going to leave behind the job, whatever is going on? The homestead, the job, the partnership itself. Okay. And for the overall card, for the reading, we have navigating the stars, or by the stars, excuse me. Follow your own bliss. It's like where you need to be, okay? You know what it is you need to do. You know where you need to go, right? And take action with passion. Be the valiant courage over here, which is kind of the same thing over here as the Queen of Swords, because look, you're already High Priestess mode. You already know what's going on. Deep down inside, you already know, it's like, well, I could put this off and I could do this and that, and you know what I mean? But your gut feeling already knows exactly how this is really going to pan out in the end. I think you pretty much have that under wraps, right? We'll try this and see how it's going to work, but I have this feeling, right, that it's going to be, failure. So, unfortunately, that is at the bottom of the deck. So, okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.